So remember that spindle sander and scroll saw that I got and I did an unboxing on and a review. So today I am making a flip top cart to hold those two tools and get them off the floor and get some organization for the shop also. I got these plans from a YouTuber, Drew Fisher, the Fisher Shop, and I like to watch his channel a lot. And he's got a great set of plans, and like $5 I got those. And so now I'm just following along, and I'm cutting up all the pieces to assemble this cart.
I couldn't just leave him because he's my brother. Well, half brother, really. He's completely heartless. That's what I said. No, I swear it is. You don't be that. But I have to do something about it.
It's going crazy.
And lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis, serious infections and blood clots, sometimes even of the curve. Certain cases, including lymphoma and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while
It's a square.
It isn't how you want to be like. It's how you are thought.
So here's the tricky part. Now we're putting on the interior slides onto this drawer here. So I followed everything according to his plan. I think the drawer is 4.5 inches. The space between here is 6, and I still have quite a bit of gap. I've got a 3/4 inch or close to it spacer here, so I can have, because I don't want my drawer to be obviously resting and sliding on the bottom of the carcass here. So you always have to put some kind of gap. You know, whatever it is up to you. Just grab some scraps. So I think here this is roughly a 3/4, and then I've got another gap here. I mean, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I could have had a deeper drawer, but again, it's going to be for a spindle sander and the help me out, scroll saw. Thanks. So I mean, I'm gonna have like the sanding papers down here, and then that's probably gonna be it. I might even make a caddy for them to rest in, so when this is getting moved around and stuff, it's not rolling all over the place. You know, just more shop organization, which is fine. But it's just weird that I've got all this gap. That's it. So I'm gonna put this down so I can get these buttoned up, and then we'll move on to this, and that should be fun. Okay, so an easy way to get your drawer pull centered on your drawer front is just like this, and it's really simple. So you're gonna take your overall length of your front. So this, in this case, is 24 inches. Find your center, 12. This is 6 inches wide, and then we go to 3. So now I have my exact middle of the board. This is your pull, or whatever pull you decide to use. And then I'm just gonna go, I've already got my center of the center already figured out, so it's gonna be right there at 2 3/4. So since there's my center on that, then on the same line, I'll just pop a screw in, say about there and about there. So now we'll have screws going in about like that, and that's good because it evens out the pulling pressure. Let's see. Excuse my reach.
Just think, you'll be driving for real soon. Every new Chevy Equinox comes standard with Chevy.
Am I going to screw this right into my workbench? Nope. I'll show you. Gotta change the tip though. Nope. It's the red one.
In that case, this one goes out to the next.
There we go.
You took my rate. Just stand it away.
I love this feature. I got all my bits that I use the most all right here in one spot. These are the self-tapping screws, so you don't have to do a pilot hole if you don't want to. Depending on what I'm doing, I don't do a pilot hole just because I don't have to. I like that. You'll make a liar out of me, aren't you? Fine. Fine. Put a stupid pilot hole in there. All I need is just to get it going. Turd. Okay, I need this to go through to just kiss on the other side, just to come through. I'll show you why. Now you can take this, now that you're on your good side, get it lined up, kind of press down a little bit. Now you have kind of like a score mark on this side. So then you can take your drill, just pop in some pilot holes here. Then you're good. So yes, I realize that the grain of this walnut pole is going this way and the grain of this plywood is going this way, and it looks kind of bad. I get it, I know. I didn't realize any of this until I had done the same thing on all of this stuff. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm still doing that. So I don't know. My next rockler trip, I'll grab some more walnut and do it right. But hey, at least I'll have the fronts marked out ahead of time, right? Because they're already marked out now. Or I can just say, hey, it's a workbench, and that's it. It's gonna stay. I'll probably change it because I'm picky like that. Okay, now to get this attached to the drawer. Walk with me. Okay, little side note. This was a fun thing also. So when I was building, when I was building this section here, these trays are maybe 15 inches deep. And so I'm like, hey, I only need a slide that's 15 inches, right? So that'll be a little bit cheaper, so I can save a little bit of cash as I'm building this thing. And so I did, I got 15-inch slides. Problem is it these slides, all right, let me see. These sides only allow this to come out to here. And I didn't realize it at the time, otherwise, yeah, I would have gotten longer slides. So you're constantly having to pull this out so I can open it up and get what's inside. So, oh, I can't do this one-handed. Damn it, hold on. Okay, so I took the sliders off, excuse me, off the top one here, so I could use them here, and I popped in 22s? I think they're 22s. So now I can go all the way out and I can open the thing. Although I have 5 more of these things, I believe. So I'm going to switch all these out. Not a bad thing. It's not bad because then that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 slides, 4 sets of slides. They're 15 for something else in the future. And you know me, I'm always building something somewhere. I'll just reuse them for some other project. Not a big deal. Okay, drawer. Because this is set back, because this is soft close, it's gonna go in right like that. Well, then how do you get your front on there and still have it all even all the way around and making sure it's all good? You can't. It's impossible because you have nothing to grip onto, and because all of this is going to be flush. What do? Here's an option. You take some screws from the inside and have them set out like that. And then, when this is sitting in, take your front you just made and you put up here, right? Get it lined up the way you want. And you take your persuader and you gently tap on this on the sides, and that's going to do what it did for the pole. That's going to put some marks back here. And then you can pull everything out and realign the tips of the screws into the new little holes that you just created from that, and then you finish screwing in, and it'll be sucked in flush against this, and then you'll have your spacing nice and even all the way around. So we're going to do that. So this is where the guts come together. You run your electrical through the pipes, and if you can spot it, I'm making a huge mistake right about now. Go ahead and comment below if you can find it. Okay, so now we're about ready to go ahead and mark on the top, or whatever case the bottom, where you're going to put your tool. And in this case, it's really tough to do so because of these feet. It's like impossible to get your pencil down in there. You could carefully lift and guess and put a mark, say like that or something. The back end in this particular unit is better, but still. So, pro tip is, believe it or not, use toothpaste. You're like, what? Yep, trust me.
And it'll smell good too.
Yeah. And then your plywood won't have any cavities.
Or halitosis.
Or halitosis.
Halitosis is bad breath.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just being the color commentator.
You won't have halitosis or expialidocious or any kind of...
Supercalifragilistic?
Yeah, that kind.
Sorry about that. You can edit that part out.
I'm not going to edit out a cough.
Right. People are going to think I have COVID.
Huh? What did you say? No one's going to think you have COVID just because you coughed.
I'm paranoid. I'm scared to cough anymore.
I know, right? I had toothpaste on my finger and I was tempted to lick it off, but I was like, no, my hands are covered in sawdust. And I'm going to wipe it on my shirt. I just wiped it back on the plywood. Can you see that? And it puts a mark right where you need it. So all you have to do then is come back with your drill and just put it right there in the center. and boom, you got a hole. So here it is, it's all done. It's been done for a little while. Just haven't gotten around to finishing the end of this thing yet. It's not pretty, it's not the sexiest thing I've ever built, but it is shop furniture and it's doing its job quite well. I've already used it. I've used the spindle sander function to sand some stuff I was experimenting with for the cornhole board project, and I didn't use what I was doing, so but I had still used it, and with the wheels locked, it holds well. I need to make another one of these for my planer and disc sander, and when I do that I will use Baltic birch, and then I'll probably just take this and duplicate this one for these two tools out of Baltic birch. I keep getting into a habit of buying crappy wood from Lowe's. I mean, plywood is still really expensive. Baltic birch is probably the best in the business, but it is still really expensive. And I've got a sheet of it over here, and I'm using this. I'll be using, cut that in half, and then I'll be making a couple of a crosscut sled and then a picture framing making sled out of that. And then these two sheets of oak plywood, that's going to be for my cornhole boards I've been making. I'll be putting LED lights in those. But anyway, just squirrel, to finish up this guy here. This is it. Hey, it's my first time of taking a perfectly good cord and destroying it, so I could route it through and all that. You got any questions, comments, concerns, whatever? Leave a comment below. If you want to see something in the future, let me know. All right, thank you.